All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Monday Motivation. Happy holidays to you. The holidays are upon us once more, and we've been talking about making progress over the holidays. We've talked about the mindset necessary to make progress over the holidays, not just, thinking that I'll pick up in the new year. Right? It's a mindset of no, I'm going to continue to make progress because I can. I can make progress even while enjoying the festivities and, family and friends and all that comes with the holiday season. Right? And I've given you specific strategies for doing that. I created my ebook on how to do that and given you specific strategies to practice. The first being make a list of all the obstacles that will show up, all the events you have coming up, and treating each of those as a deviation day. Right? And realizing that when you have a deviation day should always entail one meal. Only one meal on a deviation day. Not a day of deviation, but a deviation day is a deviation meal, just one meal. You do that and you will be successful. We talk about, playing the numbers. It's a numbers game, right? If in a week you have 21 meals, if you're eating 3 meals a day, if you were to deviate 3 days out of that week, that's only 3 meals. Right? Those other 18 meals, we'll definitely offset those 3 meals if those other 18 meals are on point. Right? If you're staying on track with your other meals, then your deviation meals, as long as you're eating when you're physically hungry and you stop when you've had enough, that's before you're full. If you've eaten till you're way full or uncomfortable, you're overeating and you're more likely to gain weight doing that if you keep doing that repeatedly. But something else that is important, right? Sometimes to move forward, it helps to take a step back. And that's always been, something I do over the holidays. Sometimes you take a step back and an intentional pause to move forward with greater clarity and purpose, right? You take an intentional pause to reevaluate your goals, your values, your progress, your priorities. And the holidays allow us to do that because chances are, over the holidays, we tend to have more time. Some of us take time off from work. We're traveling. You've got travel days. So you've got time to sit and think, right? And reevaluate. Sometimes you step back so that you can release the habits, relationships, and commitments that no longer serve you, right? So you're creating space for new opportunities. This is important. Very important for you to think about the relationships you're in, the commitments you are committed to. Are they serving you? Are they holding you back? Right? You want to reconnect or improve on those foundational skills. Right? You see, time off from your regular routine can help you to recharge and renew your commitment to your goals. Think about that. I often use the holidays as a time to do different things. Right? Instead of being in the gym all the time, I'll explore different ways of working out. I'll go out and do more hikes with the family instead of regular cardio. I'll play more sports. Just different things to give your body a chance to recover, from the things that you normally do and to kind of rejuvenate and recharge yourself. Because if you're doing the same things day after day, it gets monotonous no matter what you're doing. So if you use the holidays as a time to just try new things, explore new avenues, explore new activities, new things you can do. If you're not a swimmer, maybe get in the pool. If you're not used to being outdoors, get outdoors. If you're not used to working out in the park, go work out in the park. Go take a hike. a bike ride, a jog, whatever it is. Try something new to renew your spirit, renew your commitment, to feel rejuvenated so that you're not doing the same things all the time. Go take a walk at the beach or a run along the beach so you can smell the ocean and hear the waves. Right? This is a time to improve on your foundational skills. This is a time to reassess your priorities. Listen, if your relationships are not fostering growth, then they're holding you back. So it's a time to reevaluate those relationships. And the holidays just give us time to do those kinds of reevaluation, because a lot of us are spending more time around family and friends, so it gives you a chance to really reevaluate, well, what's truly important to you. Right? Sometimes taking a brief sabbatical from what you've always done, from your training routine, can maybe help you to recover from some nagging injuries that you haven't allowed yourself to recover from. Because, we're stubborn creatures. We don't like to be held back. But sometimes a pause is what you need. When you're dealing with overworked muscles and overworked body, sometimes a pause will help you to move forward in a more powerful way. Stepping back so you can rest a bit more. You can sleep in. Take some naps. Give your body a chance to recover. You'll be surprised to know how powerful this can be. You'll be surprised to know that doing this can also help you to make better progress. Right? Because I'm not saying to, become inactive. I'm saying do different things. Right? Because when you do different things, chances are you approach it very differently. You have a different mindset, and they might be even more enjoyable than what you've always done. Right? Learning to step back when things get overwhelming. I know sometimes the holidays can be very overwhelming with all the commitments. Just learn to step back and return to the basics. Well, what are the basics? The basic foundational habits. Well, these are the things that are always responsible for 80% of your success anyway. Really, guys, think about it. Your basic foundational habits are responsible for 80% of your success. Eating the right foods in the right amounts at the right time. Eating when you're physically hungry. Stop when you've had enough before you're full. Plan your meals ahead. Making sure your body is hydrated, getting enough water, staying active. These are the basic foundational habits that are responsible for 80% of your success. So, when I talk to clients who are in overwhelm, a lot of times they're not focused on the basic foundational habits. Because I always tell them, well, guess what? The technology or the tools we use, well, that is not the program here. The program is, the habits you're practicing. What are you eating on a daily basis? How are you balancing your meals? How are you practicing having consistency of meals throughout the day? That is what the program is all about. Those are the habits, the foundational habits that will lead to your success. So when you get overwhelmed, just recommitting to those foundational habits, that is how you move forward, getting back to basics. One meal at a time, one day at a time, just stripping away all the things that are unnecessary. Because a lot of times I find that you're doing unnecessary things. You're focusing on, the technology that is maybe giving you some problems. You're focusing on the app or the website or your devices that you're having a challenge with. That's not the program. Those are just ways we use to support you. The weekly calls are just ways of supporting you. That's not the program. Right? So all of those things are just support. Your foundational habits, eating the right foods, the right amounts, the right time, planning your meals ahead, planning your days ahead of time so that you can spot obstacles that may throw you off. Drinking the amount of water you need, right? Keeping your body hydrated, being active. Those are the habits of your success. Everything else is just support. Everything else is part of the 20%. That's the 80%. So when you get overwhelmed, you start focusing on those basic foundational habits. And I know the holidays sometimes get very stressful and lead to overwhelm, right? Here's another pause. In highly stressful situations, you'll find some of those, learning to step back or pause, right? Instead of reacting from your lower brain, reacting impulsively. That's your lower brain. Your lower brain is impulsive. So reacting impulsively from your lower brain, instead, just master the pause. This will give your higher brain a chance to catch up and help you to respond more thoughtfully. That's what your higher brain does. Your higher brain is responsible for reasoning and for you doing things that lead to your long-term success. Your lower brain is reactive and impulsive. So learn to just step back and pause in stressful situations. And I guarantee you'll respond more thoughtfully, right? When you're responding from your higher brain. Here's the final thing I would recommend for you. As you go through the holidays, I want you to think about stepping back or away from some of the myriad of daily commitments you have. Doing this can help you focus on what's truly important. So think about all the things that you do on a daily basis. How important are they? Are they taking you closer to your goal? Or are they the reason why you're struggling to move forward toward your goal? Sometimes you got to step back from some of those commitments. Step away from some of those commitments, some of those relationships that are no longer serving you, in order to make space for the new habits and commitments that will help you to move forward in a more powerful way. All right, just some food for thought as you go through the holiday season. Remember, sometimes you got to step back in order to move forward in a more powerful way. So give it some thought and see how you can put it into practice over the next few months. I guarantee you'll be starting the new year in a more powerful way. Thanks for listening. I will catch you again next time. Take care.